Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's good, our friend Jesse Lee. We just pulled the onions, so let's show you. And guys, it is what it is. Now we got some big ones. A lot of these, unfortunately, I had them placed way too close together. Um, like I said, some of these got pretty nice, but even the biggest ones are only, maybe like a tennis ball, if that, maybe like a billiard ball. But hey, I did better than I did last year. First year, I got nothing. Last year, I got ones that were like maybe like this big, just a tiny little pearl onion. And this year, I got them bigger. I talked to a guy. He said, you know, spacing is a big deal. You have to space if you're doing seeds, one per hole, and a lot of mine were like 5 or 6 per hole. He said, plus you want to keep them watered, like wet all the time. And I also started mine like a month late, month and a half late. So he said the cool temperatures really, you really have to build a lot of these green tops. And then once it starts getting warmer, it really throws the bulbs on. So, he had candy, what they're called candy onions, and his were gigantic. So, hey, like I said, every year it gets better. First year I got nothing. Last year I got, ones this size. This year I got, one's much bigger. So hey, as long as I make a good progression every year, that's all. That's all I can say. These guys aren't getting any bigger. I could leave them out there for another 3 months. They're not going to get any bigger. Um, so, but no, I mean, if I take like this one, and this one, and throw it together, or maybe this one, put them four together, I got a small onion. So hey, I got the numbers at least. And the rest of these guys, like these small ones, I'm gonna do a gardenia mix, or I will pickle them and make them into like cocktail onions. So hey, they will work for either way. So we're gonna eat them. And by the time that they cure and I peel them, they're not gonna be much to them. But hey, you know, we can throw these babies in a stew or something whole like that, and like a beef stew, and just enjoy them and just eat them, or pickle them, or ferment them, or whatever. Uh, all these damn gnats and mosquitoes are terrible. But no, we got these out here. We got probably, I'd say about 50 of them. So, you know, and next year, if I can actually do them right, I'm gonna make sure the garden has plenty of Miracle-Gro, rototill it really good, throw some compost in there, and really, really do it really good. Like these, some of these were, spaced further apart, so they had more of an opportunity to grow. So I think if I do it a month earlier, one seed per hole, um, and because all these bigger ones were, only had like one like this, like one and one. So, and a lot of these smaller ones had like 4 or 5 all clumped together. So, I think if I do one per hole, rototill it, nutrients, water, if I can get them this big, hell, even next year, if I can get them, you know, maybe baseball size, even that, I'll be happy. So, but yeah, I just wanted to show you the onions. They're here curing for 2 to 4 weeks, and then we're gonna cut them off right about here. Cut off some of the bottom parts, and yeah, we'll use them for the bigger ones. We'll use for maybe some dishes with some chicken or something, stews. Smaller ones we'll turn into cocktail onions, ferment them, or pickle them. Probably pickle them. Put them in some gardenia mix, But yeah, so we got some. Like I said, this is probably the biggest one, and so it's not the biggest in the world, but almost a palm, so about a billiard ball, right around there, maybe a little smaller than that. But hey, I'm happy to get that. So yeah, excuse the hair. It's hot out here, humid. But yeah, I left 5 of them in the garden. Hang on a second, I'll show you. I left 5 of them in the garden. These are some of the bigger ones. So I left these 5, and these are spaced apart more. Ideally, the guy said you want to have one space like one right here, and then another one like way over here. So like 1, 2, 3, like maybe 4 at most. You know, so I'm gonna have to dedicate more next year, like this whole half a box for, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4, 8, 12, 16, maybe 20 onions at best. But at least I'll get them big. So next year it'll be less numbers, but bigger quantity. We got a bunch of gigantic, you know, really big bulbing spring onions. I kind of let these go because we use the tops, and at the end of the, you know, fall I pick them. You know, are they a little more fibrous? Yeah, but if you cook them, they cook right down. So, and we got a bunch of celery. I mean, just a bunch of heads. There's like 50 heads of celery in here. So we're gonna give the neighbors some, probably donate some, and then we'll freeze some. But no, I'm going to try to get these guys. I'm going to leave these go, see if they get any bigger. Maybe here in the next couple of weeks, maybe I can get them another, you know, couple inches bigger. I doubt it, though. And the red beets are coming along. They're getting pretty big bulbs on them, so they're still growing. And like I said, the peppers, my bread and butter, are doing fantastic. Got some beautiful warthogs on there, some nice spicy warthogs. Got some UFOs, I know they're hard to see, but they're purple. We're gonna pull a bunch of them here in about a week if they don't change color. Yeah, we got Hobbs, spicy paprika, regular paprika, Jimmy Nardellos, pepperoncinis, Big Mama mustards. And we got a bunch of sweets. We got color bells, green bells, yellow monsters, 2 different heavyweights. We have a mini bell, sweet sunrise, Marconi. I mean, we are pepper heavy, but you know, these guys have only been out for a month, so they went from them tiny little peppers that you've seen. They went from these tiny little, you know, like this warthog was only about this big when I put it out. And in a month, they went from that to this in a month. 1 month. And we still have 2 months and 7 days to go. So, yep. These peppers are going crazy. These are a little farther behind because these are in pure Miracle-Gro, and these are just have Miracle-Gro on the top. I should have rototilled the Miracle-Gro into it. My mistake. But as you can see, they're getting plenty of buds on them, so they're just lacking a little bit behind. So we're gonna get a lot of them, probably not, but you know, give them another month and they should be about this size. They're just, you know, some of them are lacking a little more behind than others. But now we got a bunch of you know, pepperoncinis on here. You know, these are just loaded down with Jimmy Nardellos. We got some really nice big Jimmy Nardellos in there. Some nice habaneros over there. And then the sweet paprika is just starting. There's a little mini bell right there. And there's a bell pepper peeking out right there. So yeah, I mean, they're growing. They're doing good. These 6 I have started. These 3 here, and then these 3 here I've started on Tiger Bloom because I didn't want these guys to get 6 feet tall again. Now they're still in Miracle-Gro soil and in Miracle-Gro shaken feed, so they're going to continue to grow. But I want to start getting them blooms on there and getting the peppers. These 3 are a little bit more lacking behind. This one is I want to wait for this one and at least that one to get up to that middle rung, because that's a bigger cage, obviously. So that middle rung is, you can see, about the same size. So get them started on the Tiger Bloom. That one, after these peppers turn red and I pull them off, this guy's gonna shoot right up. So, you know, so he'll be probably the smallest out of the bunch, but that's okay. I got 2 Jimmy Nardellos. But no, I want to keep these guys closer to the, you know, 4.5 feet this year. Shorter, fatter, more peppers. And because I really don't need these guys 6 foot again. But no, just a little tour of the garden. We just watered all these, so we just have to water the celery and the beets and stuff real quick, and then that's done. We still got to do all the tomatoes. Let me show you here real quick. Let me show you the herbs. We just cut down the cilantro. It was pretty much, it was bolting, it was done. So we totally cut down the cilantro. My wife, she just cut the parsley back because it was like way up to here. So we cut that back, so that'll, I think she cut a little too much, to be honest with you, but no, okay, maybe not. No, okay. No, that's fine. My mistake. I was looking at it wrong. But no, there's plenty of that. It'll continue to grow. The rose bush, I hit it with the weed whacker. It's done for this year. But no, we got the tomatoes. We got a bunch. We got like 35 inside. Like I said, that heat really did it in. Plus, all these tomatoes are taking all the energy away from the actual plant itself. And so, but I mean, it's loaded. It's just, there's just tomatoes hanging every freaking where on these things. I mean, just look at all them. I mean, there's just bunches of them just hanging everywhere. Yeah, they're everywhere, and some are like starting to blush, and we've had a big problem with blossom end rot this year, so we have been pulling them a little earlier than normal. But now these guys are just loaded inside and out. Just beyond, look at that, just loaded with Romas. Bunch all inside there. This one's doing about the best. Still hanging on. Like I said, these 100-degree temperatures and just this amount of tomatoes just on here just really takes a lot of energy away from these plants. Maybe once I get a lot of them starting to change. Yeah, is that one starting to turn? Yeah, but it's got blossom end rot. See, guys, that's what I'm talking about. We've had so much problem even with the bigger ones. And I give them the CalMag. I think I started it too late. I don't know. It's just been a big problem. This one's a lot thinner, and it's still bloated down. You know, still has a bunch on there, but this guy's just, yeah. We just had a big problem with the blossom end rot, and you know, these hot temperatures and everything just have not been kind to it. So, you know, we're getting what we can, but you know, next year we're going to definitely put it in bigger pots, and we're going to put them somewhere more where we can shade them if we need. These guys are so big that we literally had to stake them to the ground. You know, if we didn't do that, they would immediately fall over from the weight. I mean, when you have that much tomatoes on, I mean, you can just see them two plants. When you get that much on that, it just, you can't keep them down. So yeah. But next year we're going to do probably clay pots, heavier, and we're going to put them somewhere where we can maybe like move them over here, and they can lean up against the trailer. They'll still get sun. So a few mistakes on the onions, a few mistakes on the tomatoes, but either way, we're still going to get a lot, and that's all you can ask for. I gotta go in here and get some more water. These guys drink water like there's no tomorrow. But I'll see you later. I'm Jesse from Jesse Cut Peppers. Take it easy, y'all. Peace.